Hey y'all, it's Kara, and I'm back with part 6 of my endometriosis story. So, where we left off, I woke up unable to use my right leg. They told me that it might be anesthesia and that sometimes it just takes longer to wear off. But as the day progressed and my leg had not progressed, they went ahead and brought in neurology. I take that back. Before they brought in neurology, I was wheeled down in a stretcher to a scan. They wanted to make sure I did not have any type of hematoma, blood clot, or blockage, anything like compressing the nerve. The scan came back clear, and so then they brought in neurology. By this time, I had been transferred like from the bed, like from the chair to the bed, and that my mobility journey is a whole nother. We're gonna stay on this recovery for a minute. I was in the hospital for 6 days, and I went through some things. So when neurology comes in, I'm sitting in the chair in the room. At this time, I still have the J tube, the drain. I still have a catheter because I can't walk, so I can't take myself to the bathroom. Plus, I am packed in the abdomen for the incision, and I have an ileostomy bag. So I have all these attachments. Plus, I'm in pain from surgery, and they have me sit in the chair. The neurologist pulls out a safety pin. Yes, you heard me, a safety pin. He proceeds to poke up and down my leg with the safety pin so that they can test and see what I can and cannot feel, and to make sure that the symptoms I'm having are on par with femoral nerve injury or damage. They do this test not once, but twice. At this point, I'm sitting on my hands because I don't want to hurt a doctor. And that was just the leg of it all, okay? You heard how I said I was all bundled up earlier. During my stay at Rush Medical University, I had a very overzealous nurse until I finally complained and got her removed. For example, I was supposed to wait for occupational therapy. They couldn't come the day after surgery. They were supposed to come the next morning, so that I can get out of bed and get mobile. You know, that's very important. After surgery, you don't want to get blood clots. But they had a machine on my legs that was doing the compressions. So she comes in with the walker and she's like, "Oh, we want to get you out of bed today." I expressed to her again, I cannot move. I can't stand up on my leg. I can't feel it. She brings the walker over to the side of the bed, pulls the rail down, and as soon as we go up, I go down because I told you I couldn't fucking walk. So we get me back up in the bed and I get to wait until the next day. Same scenario with wound care. She comes in and she tells me, "Oh, the wound ostomy nurse will be here tomorrow. She's going to teach you how to change your bag." I say, "Okay, no problem." Later that night, she comes back in and she's like, "Oh, well, we're just going to change it today. And tomorrow they can just show you how to do it again." I'm like, "Okay, this is my first time with an ileostomy bag. I don't know how often it needs to be changed. She's the nurse here, right? I'm in healthcare, but she's the nurse on duty. Yes." When I tell y'all this heifer spilt fecal matter all down my body, it went in my personal area, the open incision where the J tube was, it was bad. It was bad. And I have the pictures to prove it. And so that's the reason that I had to get her away from me. Not only that, when it happened, she offered me paper towels to clean my vagina with. Paper towel. It was a nightmare, y'all. I was going through so many emotions. I was in pain. I still had a catheter in my neck from when I had the red cell transfer. I got tubes coming every which way out of me, you know? And so this is what endometriosis can do to people. So if you have a friend who has endometriosis, you know someone who has endometriosis, be kind to them. You don't know the things that this disease can do to you. So I don't just make these videos to plead my case and tell you about my situation and my GoFundMe. I make these videos also to raise awareness because so many women suffer with endometriosis silently. Some of you may be wondering how endometriosis is diagnosed, and there's a few ways. Endometriosis can be diagnosed via ultrasound, MRI, or laparoscopically. Of these three, the laparoscopic diagnosis is the most definitive. In my case, I was diagnosed all three ways. Like, I got an ultrasound first, the MRI confirmed that things were looking a little shaky, and then when they opened me up laparoscopically, they saw that it was a mess. Thank you so much for staying and listening to my endometriosis story. If you could like this video, share it, comment 5 words or more. I will really appreciate it. Also, if you would like to donate to my GoFundMe, the link will be in the comments as well. You can also donate on charismaticliving.com through the PayPal donation button. Bye.